The ANC Youth League's elective conference in Mpumalanga continues today. Let's get you a live update from there with our reporter Pelane Phakgadi. And Pelane, you're standing by with the ANC Mpumalanga deputy chairperson. Do they think that the ANC Youth League can now finally be revived?
A very critical question on whether or not the ANC Youth League can finally be revived. We've seen that there are provincial conferences, regional conferences across the country that have been held, and similarly here in Mpumalanga they were also held, and now it is the turn of the provincial conference to be held. Top five leadership were elected last night, and we do now understand that there will be nominations for the PEC, and of course they've now broken into commissions to discuss policy positions of the ANC Youth League here in the province. Let us bring in the ANC Deputy Chairperson, Speedy Mashilu. Thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure talking to you. Do you think this is some light at the end of the tunnel, or is it headlights facing oncoming? Is the revival of the ANC really happening?
Well, thanks very much for this great opportunity. And I must indeed appreciate and congratulate the ANC Youth League in the province. Their top five got elected yesterday, uncontested. We are looking forward today to have the additional members, and I'm told they are discussing amongst themselves, which we are quite happy. And that can help the revival of the ANC. When there's too much contestations, where people can't even find one another, there's always no assurance that there will be a revival. But when they started to talk among themselves, go to the commissions, as they are in the commissions now, begin to deal the critical issues of where this country must go. What is this country doing with the unemployment, in particular themselves? Who are the people who are supposed to be at workplaces because they've got that strength and they are not working? And that they started to discuss those issues affecting them. We are quite excited as a province, and certainly we are here to give them the support in making sure that their conference concluded very properly. We are quite happy.
Support indeed. I mean, I saw the top four of the top five here, of course, and all of you spend the evening here today. You are here. Is that the kind of support that you are thinking that you'll be giving at least in the next 4 years of their term? And what kind of leadership do you think now should emerge in the kind of policies that they'll be handling going forward in the next 4 years?
We don't want the leadership of Yabas, misses. We want the leadership that is critical on the issues. And we're certain the issues that they are going to resolve, they must find expression in government program, in municipalities, in the province program. So that at the end of the day, they can certainly say the Witbank Dam conference produced these issues where we're quite happy. Of course, the top four were all here yesterday. And I'm here today to make sure that nothing's left out, including the cost of the conference. Nobody is not eaten. Everybody must eat and make sure that they go to the conference with their stomach full. That's what we are doing.
When we see top four senior leadership of the ANC, young people say the eldership is here, it has interest. Do you have interest here?
Well, we don't have a personal interest. We'll always have a political interest in terms of the leadership. Remember, the Youth League are the incoming leaders of the ANC tomorrow. Now, if they are not being ushered to in terms of the ANC policy, in terms of the ANC rules, surely there will be a problem. And that's why we must give them that support from the onset until the end. Not just to come here and sit there for a while and we leave. That's not the support obviously expected. We are the mother body. And the mother must always be there to nurture the child until the end of the day. That's exactly what we are doing.
Speedy Mashilu is speaking as the deputy chairperson of the African National Congress here in Mpumalanga, and of course as the so-called eldership. He says the PEC coming here does not have a personal interest, but a political interest to ensure that the African National Congress Youth League is revived here in the province. It used to be quite a stronghold and a strong house for political activism as far as young people is concerned, and they believe that with the Witbank Dam conference that is currently continuing here, that should come to part once more and find expression in societal issues, including, not even divorcing themselves from matters that are of interest to people who live in the communities, and some of them which might be ills and they need political support of.
Pelane Phakgadi, thank you very much for that update.